The new Jesus. One day, around 2,000 years ago, the disciples of John the Baptist and the Pharisees were fasting. Back in those days, anyone who believed in God and tried to live a wholesome life regularly refused to eat every Monday and Thursday. But on that day, Jesus was enjoying his meal with people, so people asked him, "How is it that John's disciples and the disciples of the Pharisees are fasting, but yours are not?" In response to their question, Jesus told them 3 stories. How can the guests of the bridegroom fast while he is with them? Our time together is like a wedding banquet. Jesus told them that when people are with Jesus, it's like a joyful time at a banquet. Then Jesus continued on and also said that time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them, and on that day they will fast. This time Jesus was talking about was the time when Jesus is nailed on the cross. So what Jesus was saying was that we should not set specific days to fast, like on Mondays and Thursdays for example, but just eat and be merry when we have joyful things to celebrate, but fast and pray to God when we face difficulties and sadness. Jesus also said, "No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment." Jesus told them the parable about new garment and old garment. In Jesus' time, people wore one outfit for a very, very long time. So obviously, their only outfit wore out and became shabby. But when this happens, one should not take a new patch and sew it on an old garment, because the tightness of the new patch would pull on the old garment, making it all rip. The 3rd story Jesus told was that new wine must be poured into new wineskin. In Jesus' time, people poured wine not in bottles like we have today, but in sacks made of animal skin. New wine had to be poured into new wineskin because old wineskin is stretched as much as it can, so it cannot hold new wine. If one poured new wine into old wineskin, the wine would expand as it matured, and the old wineskin, no longer able to expand, would burst. What do you think Jesus was talking about through these stories? Jesus' actions and words all symbolized newness, which could not be contained in old wineskin or sewed up on old garment. His words and acts of newness transformed people, but some people remained stubborn in their old ways, saying that they are always right. If we try to contain Jesus within our old and familiar frame that we all know already, this frame would burst, wouldn't it? I hope that we all remember that Jesus is a new being who transcends all the forms and frames that we are already familiar with.